Welcome to
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing?
talk about so many different things
How you
related to
been?
life and living
What's
all over
going
this
on?
good family,
What's
movies,
good?
and storylines.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check it out.
Somebody
There's a
getting it
whole
for
bunch
you?
of news and reviews, so welcome
What's
to
going
Wait What Talking About.
on, people?
Follow me on Instagram, see you
Subscribe to my
later.
channel.
What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Thursday. And with that being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now I want to share something with you in reference to basically on childhood abuse. Now, as a child growing up and stuff, and I used to have problems with my parents. Okay, it's kind of look a little personal stuff, but this is the thing. I had a problem with my parents stuff, and they was not very much good-friendly, as they call it, and they didn't like people like me. Basically, I think it's kind of like a curse and stuff. You know, you make fun of something, gotta make your child come out the way. If anybody understands this story, they understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so as a child growing up, the woman knew exactly what I was. The father knew exactly what it was. And the father came to me and told me, he said that don't listen to what everyone says. They knew exactly what you were. The woman who birthed me read my diary. I wrote about her because I couldn't find a way to release how much I couldn't stand her, because she was like really fucked up, but it is what it is. And I used to ask people inside my family to help me or talk to her. They would not talk to her only because she was a provider of money. And due to the fact that she had money to supply credit cards and buy people TVs and stuff like that, they was not going to mess it up for me. Okay. So a lot of times I would try to leave, but they would always send me back. Or they would tell me it's not that bad, or work on it, you can make it work, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. So when a certain amount of abuse takes place, and it goes through years, and you're learning how to handle something as a child going into an adult, you start picking up that behavior and making it okay. Now, it's no secret. I told you before, the woman who birthed me burnt my face up. The father who fucking bring me here sliced my face up. And these scars that come from me, on me, is not from outside. It's actually from the people that brought me here. I mean, I get it now. As an adult, I see things much more clearer. But at the time, as a child, I didn't get it. Okay. So, the pattern goes on. Like I always talk about the brainwashing. You know, I'll teach you how to hate you this way. If I do a good enough job, you'll hate who you are. And every time somebody says something bad about you, you're going to believe it, because it's already been installed into you to hate who you are. They use the Bible, they use everything to make you hate who you are. And after a while, if you don't know the right thing, you'll start believing that maybe they were right, and maybe you should hate who you are or is. And you start using drugs, you start using other things, stuff like that. And by no means I'm talking about the good. I'm not talking about the good parents, because there are some good parents out here that do not put their child on the street. There are some parents out here that's very supportive. So God bless you, parents who are very supportive of your child, that you know that God sent to you, which is a spirit. Has nothing to do with you. It's a spirit that's sent to you as a gift. But anyway, so the pattern consistent when it comes to men. And I always watch how men act a certain type of way with me. And I noticed that the pattern of me always trying to help someone who's fallen on balance. I had no problem giving away money. I had no problem helping people. You come to me and say, listen, I'm in a problem situation. I said, I got you. Everything came from my pocketbook was not a problem for me. I'm going to pull you through this. Because I always feel as though I understood your pain, because I was in that type of pain. And I used to compare the pain. But as I learned, as I got older, sometimes people look at that as being stupid. You can't help everybody. Some people are just really messed up for a reason. But anyway, I'm going. So the pattern consists upon abusive men that treated me like shit. Instead of me getting rid of them, I stayed and said, it's not that bad. And that's what I kept doing through the years. If you wonder how I survived so long, I kept saying to myself, it's not that bad, because I've been taught as a child, as an adult, when I was an abuser, even when it comes to physical, mental, whatever case it be, I would always go back because it was not that bad. I was repeating the pattern that I was taught as a child. They would send me back, and they would always tell me it's not that bad. So now when a man abuses me, hurt me, put their hands on me, even try to push me out the cars push me out of cars, it's not funny. Push me out of cars, fighting me, pulling my hair, everything. And these are tough. These are not no, flamboyant. This is like really hardcore guys. And we would be really fighting because I've been abused. Listen, Ravenhead's back. But anyway, the pattern consists upon I would stay. And other people were like, what is wrong with you? Then after a while, people don't understand. So maybe you like getting beat on. It's not that you like it. It was not that bad. Until one day, my ex told me, he says, it is that bad. He said to me, it was something, sometimes the messenger, sometimes it bothers you, because sometimes it makes you think. And sometimes you don't want to receive it, but you have to think it before you say something smart or say something to defend your abuser. You have to sit back and just think, could they be accurate what they're saying? Now, the ex told me, he says, it is that bad. And like me, I'm the kind of person who says certain things to me when I don't understand it. I get quiet. I don't say nothing. He said, it's so bad. He said that they told you you were ugly. And it was actually the opposite. And I guess that's why I got the complex that I'm not, some of you like iPad guys say, well, what do you see with the mirror? What do you see with the mirror? I'm like, I only keep the lights on because I know I'm ugly. And it's like the same pattern. If someone could pump something in your head long enough, after a while, if they do a good enough job, you're going to start doing it to yourself. So now I learned the pattern of how it all happens, and I want to share this with you, just in case you're going through this, because we're going to work through this, and we're going to get past this. We're no longer going to allow abuse. We're not going to allow anyone to hurt us anymore. We're going to recognize it. We're going to listen to their words. We're not going to care how fine they are, how gorgeous they is, how much they buy nice things. Abuse is abuse. If they put their hands in you, we're going to learn patterns of leaving. If they're very controlling, you can't have friends. You're going to learn the pattern of leaving. And I've been through that as well. I had a guy that I was dating 2 years. We used to fist fight so bad. When I used to go to work, my face used to be scratched up so bad. And me as a fool, basically, I guess, I didn't realize what he was doing until a girl said to me, whoever you, the first they thought I was fighting a female. I was like, no. And then they said, well, whoever you fighting, they're trying to take your face away from you. I didn't even understand what the hell that meant. I understand now. But at the time, I didn't understand it. And I learned a pattern of abuse that I still work through it sometimes, because sometimes some patterns are hard to break. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen within a month. But sometimes when people hurt you, you get that quiet moment because you have to let it sink in. Because sometimes things sink into your brain, it hurts so bad. And even though you want to acknowledge that they're right, it hurts so bad. Sometimes the strength of saying you're right hurts even more. Because you feel like a fool to sit there in those situations when you should know better. But at the end of the day, love is a powerful drug. And if you're not really sure about the love that you're receiving, you'll take any type of love. Anyway, like I said before, I'm going to hear your feedback on this. Subscribe to my channel. At the bottom, I hear your comments. Are you the kind of person that date people that abuse you or hurt you, and you're still in that relationship and stuff like that because you made it okay? And a person who abuses you normally don't really care. They just can't believe the fact that you're still taking abuse because they wouldn't allow you to do to them what they're doing to you. And like I said before, subscribe to my channel at the top of the subscribe button. Follow me on follow back. Put your comments at the bottom. I'll do what you think. Let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.
All right now, come on, baby, let's go on Instagram. Woo! Like I said before, please subscribe to my channel. I want you to feel about this. Have you ever suffered from type of abuse that you haven't realized why you're doing this pattern? As far as doing drugs, drinking, and sleeping with so many people because you can't understand why you're feeling that way? Because you're a broken spirit that's being mistreated as a child and you brought it to adulthood and didn't realize it? At the top, there's an Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Did you subscribe yet? Oh, come on, man. Subscribe to my channel. What do you want? Subscribe to my channel. What do you mean I want to subscribe to my channel? Come on, man. Love you. Love you.